breaking news on WFLA Now.
Hey everybody, JP Buno here, live in the Stream Center on WFLA Now. We are following breaking news here from Eagle 8 HD. This is live over Fort Meade, where we're following news of a city truck that has gone into the office of Fort Meade, the Fort Meade office of State Representative Melony Bell, the state representative here in Florida. Bell was not inside the building, but we're being told that the driver of this city truck here in Fort Meade reportedly suffered some kind of medical episode at the wheel, possibly a seizure, causing that truck to go here into the building. Again, the office, the political office of State Representative Melony Bell. This is not believed to be an incident that is political in nature, have anything to do with politics whatsoever. This is believed to be just a terrible accident. Again, a driver suffering a medical episode at the wheel, and the city truck that driver was driving going right here into the office. Now, nobody in the office was said to be hurt. Luckily, there was an aide there in the office who went to get coffee at the exact moment when the truck went into the front of the office. As you see here, Eagle 8 HD kind of zooming in here to give us a good look at the city truck that went in. The aide in the office went to get coffee at the moment that the truck plowed into the front of the office. Aide on your sides, Stacy DeSilva, finding out that had the aide not gone for coffee at that moment, that it could have been a tragic situation for that aide here in the office of State Representative Melony Bell. So this is live here, everybody, from Eagle 8 HD, flying over Fort Meade right now. And you can read more about this story on WFLA.com. For those of you asking about the condition of the driver, we do not know the condition of the driver at this time. Again, believed to have suffered a seizure at the wheel. That's what we're being told by authorities. But the actual condition right now at this moment of that driver, again, driving a city truck here in Fort Meade, is unknown at this time. The building, which is historic, expected to collapse once the truck is removed. So a historic piece of property here in Fort Meade is probably done for as far as the structural integrity of the building. But luckily, again, fortunately, this is a story that could have been so much worse. Hey there, everybody, JB Buno here with you live in the Stream Center. This is a story that could have been so much worse. Again, an aide inside the office that was working in the office of the state representative went to get coffee at the moment that the truck went in. It was a fortuitous incident in that had the state representative not gone to get coffee at that moment, this is a situation where we could have had significant injuries, perhaps even a fatality to the woman. That's what aide on your sides, Stacy DeSilva, is told as we go back here live, everybody, to Eagle 8 HD. Again, I know that a lot of you are asking about the condition of the driver of the city truck. It is unknown at this time how the driver is doing, but believed to have suffered a medical episode here at the wheel. So aide on your sides, Stacy DeSilva, is there on the ground gathering up some information. I'm going to see if maybe perhaps that we could bring her in here, if possible. But again, everybody, this is a live picture here from Fort Meade. Again, the Fort Meade office of Representative Melony Bell, the scene of an accident this morning, a city truck going right into it after the driver of that city truck reportedly suffered a medical episode here at the wheel. I know that many of you are still with us here on WFLA.com and the WFLA app. JB Buno here with you live in the Stream Center. Again, this is a live feed here from Eagle 8 HD, the Fort Meade office of Representative Melony Bell. The scene of an accident this morning where, there you see it, Eagle 8 HD kind of zooming in here for us, right into the front of the building. You see there the sign on the left side of your screen, everybody, Office of State Representative Melony Bell. The driver reportedly suffering some kind of a medical episode at the wheel, perhaps a seizure. Nobody in the office was hurt, fortunately. Nobody in the office was hurt. Thanks to an aide that just by pure coincidence went to get coffee at the exact moment that the truck slammed into the front of the office building. The condition of the driver is unknown at this time. Again, reportedly suffering some kind of a medical episode at the wheel, perhaps a seizure. If we get any information, we'll, of course, let you know about it here on WFLA.com and the free WFLA app. Eight on your sides, Stacey DeSilva did confirm with Representative Bell that this all did in fact happen, and learned of the situation regarding the aide who was working in the office, who went to get coffee at the moment that the truck went into the front of the building. I believe that we're hearing that the aide's desk, or where the aide was working, was near the front of the building, which is why it's considered to be extremely lucky that the aide went to get coffee at the moment that the truck made impact with the front of the building. I see that somebody here in the comment section is saying, thankfully that nobody was hurt. Nobody inside of the state representative's office was hurt. But the driver in this case, we're still trying to find out what kind of injuries that the driver sustained in the crash, whether or not it was just the medical episode or if there were injuries related to the crash. The driver of the vehicle, again, suffering that medical episode at the wheel. We do not have an update on their condition at this time. So we can't say that thankfully nobody was hurt because, again, we have to remember the driver in this case, the driver of the truck here at the center of your screen here live from Eagle 8 HD, everybody. Everybody, JB Buno here with you live on WFLA Now. Again, we're live here from Eagle 8 HD. I believe that we have, 8 on your side, Stacey DeSilva on the phone. She's there on the ground. Hey, Stacey, can you hear me?
Good morning, JB. I can hear you.
Yeah, Stacey, what are you seeing down there?
Well, this is a mess down here. We have a city pickup truck from the streets department that barreled into Representative Melony Bell's office here on West Broadway in Fort Meade. The fire department's here. The sheriff's office is here. Representative Bell, who people in Polk County know pretty well, she was a former county commissioner, and this is her freshman term in the state house, the state legislature. So she is here, and her team is here. To give you a little bit of background, it happened around 8 a.m. Representative Bell tells me her aide had just left to get coffee, so she wasn't here when this truck came through the building. If she had been here, Representative Bell thinks she would have been killed. I did get some information just now from the city manager about the driver of the truck. I'm told his name is Waylon Skinner. He works in the streets department, so that is a streets department pickup truck. He's in his 20s. He started within the last year, and he has been taken to the hospital. So the sheriff's office had told me that he had some kind of medical condition, medical incident when he was driving the truck. So we're hoping the best for him. We're glad nobody was hurt, and we're hoping he pulls through.
Stacey, we're looking here live at the picture from Eagle 8 HD of the truck that went in. Do we know what was the truck there on the street? Was it driving down the street when spontaneously the medical episode occurred? Was it coming around out of this parking lot? Do we know the nature of the incident?
I do not know that. I know we are near a pretty busy intersection, and Representative Bell had told me that it had struck something else and then kind of turned into the building. We don't know the exact details on that yet, but she did tell me that a building inspector was here, and he thinks that once they remove the truck, this historic building will collapse. So they're looking into getting a contractor here to put a beam up to kind of protect the building. She's like, I picked this building because I loved it. It was a historic building. I picked it for my office specifically because of that, and she's really hoping the building doesn't collapse on her. So.
Right, and we're hearing that this is also a historic building, and it's expected to collapse once they pull out the truck, right?
Right, yeah, that's what I was saying. They're looking into getting a contractor to put some kind of wooden beam in there to protect the building, and they are allowed to go in the back to kind of retrieve some important documents and things, but they obviously can't be working in there today. Right,
and again, for those of you just joining us, 8 on your side, Stacey DeSilva joining us here on the phone. She's there on the ground here as Eagle 8 HD is live over the scene of the crash here. Eagle 8 HD is actually kind of repositioning, and we're getting a look straight down the front of the office here of State Representative Melony Bell. Melony Bell was not in the office at the time, correct, Stacey?
That's right. She was on her way in for the morning, and she turned a corner. She said, I saw fire engines, and that was, I think, and then she probably panicked, but she was not there. She was on her way in the morning. And again, that aide had just left to get coffee. So
do we have any?
It's one of those things, right?
Yeah, and I think if I'm reading your email correctly here, Stacey, that Waylon Skinner is in his 20s?
Yep. Waylon Skinner, this is according to Danielle Judd, the city manager. The driver, Waylon Skinner, is in his 20s. He just started working for the city within the last year. He works in the streets department, and he has been taken to the hospital.
All right, everybody. Again, 8 on your side. Stacey DeSilva joining us live on the phone. Stacey, we know we know that you have to get ready for your report here coming up in our 11 a.m. newscast. We'll let you get to it. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, JB.
All right, thanks, Stacey. Everybody, 8 on your side. Stacey DeSilva. We'll have more on the story coming up in the 11 o'clock news here on WFLA News Channel 8, as well as more information coming your way on WFLA.com and the free WFLA app. But that does it for us here on WFLA Now. Again, more on this story by clicking on the link in the description here on Facebook Live. You can also go to the homepage here on WFLA.com or WFLA's app. Look for the article titled City Truck Slams into Office of Representative Melony Bell. We'll have more on the story in the hours ahead. Thanks so much for being with us.